here we are at the re- reviewing area. And here we have the Robots in Disguise 2001 Megatron, or as he's known in Car Robots, from Japan, Gigatron, or Gigatron, however you want to pronounce it. And like I already said, from the intro, that this figure does have a number of 6 modes, which of course means that this video is gonna be split into parts, and this is the first part, which is taking a look at his robot mode here. So let's take a closer look at the robot mode. Okay. Getting a closer look at the head sculpt. Now, the paint job that he has on him, like on his chest and these things on his arms, are that metal, like chrome paint job, like the Beast Wars Transmetal and Transmetal 2 figures have, which does flake off or chip off. But from what I can see here on this figure, they are still intact. Well, some of it, like on his chest here, does have a little bit of chippage there. And even on his arm, like right here, is chipped off. But everything else, from what I can see or can tell, are still intact after so many years. Even his eyes does have some of that chrome paint job in the red for the eyes. And of course, these things on the sides of his head do have that chrome paint job. And the head sculpt is really nice all around. Do have little bits of gold paint to help break it up, with some white on his face. And going down to his chest, you of course got that chrome paint job And you do have the blue here that blends into the chrome paint job here. Like, well, I should say, like, fade in. That fading or blending paint job here. You can see. And you do have the Predacon spark crystal there in the center. And you do have some gold chrome paint job there. And going to his arms here, you do have some gold on the shoulder pads and some more gold on the top here. And some purple on the arms with some red and black. And the same on the other arm. Some some gold paint on these things here, and some silver paint here, and going down to the legs here, we do have some red here on the knee pads. And on the sides here of the legs, you have some nice detail work and little bits of gold lining here, and some silver on these things, and same on the other side of the legs here. And showing y'all the sides and the back here. And here's the back here. Just all around, the robot mode is really cool. Now for articulation. The head can swivel all the way around, and that's all it does. Well, it does kind of hinder it a little bit, like, yeah, his chin does kind of hit this part and this part some, but just a little bit, but but you can still rotate it all the way around with no problems. And the arms do rotate all the way around on a nice ratchet. And these wings do have a hinge joint here and a hinge joint here, which yeah, I think it only bends about here. Yeah. And of course the wings do splay out. And to show y'all that the detail works, he does have these two parts of the wings are a translucent purple plastic. But you do have some silver here. And on the other side, you have a lot more silver here. And you have some silver on this side with a little bit of the translucent purple. And showing y'all on the other side as well to see how it looks. But the arms do rotate all the way around on a nice ratchet. The arms move in and out on a ratchet, and these shoulder pads do move up and down. Bicep swivel, ratcheted elbows, and he does have wrist swivel, which is clever and nice. No waist articulation, but his legs do move forward and back on a nice ratchet. Move in and out on a ratchet. Thigh swivel. Knee on a ratchet. And the feet are on ball joints. You could see here, which on mine are really snug and still are after so many years. Because some copies do have looseness of the ball joints on his feet, which makes it kind of hard for him to stand up when you're trying to balance him, because sometimes he'll do that. But on this figure, the ball joints on this figure still do hold up after so many years, which is nice. Now, he does come with some accessories. Sorry about that. He does come with some accessories, but I don't have them, and that they're stored away somewhere. But what he's supposed to come with are two purple things with two red missiles that are like pressure launched, that you can have him as swords or double bladed swords in his hands here. And I think you can, yeah, you can store them on his back somewhere here. But like I already said, I don't have those accessories. And that is it for the robot mode. So, like I already said, that this figure does turn into 6 modes. And of course, this is going to be split into parts. So, stay tuned for the next part of this figure, where we're going to transform him into his first mode.